G'day, walking football coaches and players. Chris King here. Okay, today we're going to go through how to best get your body warmed up for a walking football session. Okay, whether that's training or whether that's playing. Okay, and this is from my book, Coaching Walking Football, which is available on Amazon. All right, so yeah, don't be that player that just turns up 2 minutes before a game and goes out there and thinks they're a hero and uses the first 15 minutes of the game to try and get warmed up. You're not at your best, so you're letting your other players down, you're letting your body down, and basically you're opening yourself up to injury. So then you're going to be sitting at home and you're going to be getting fat and you won't be able to do what you love doing. So do a warm up, okay? Now, this is my walking football specific warm up. Okay, and the main things that make this towards walking football as opposed to regular football or any other sports. A few main points here. During this warm up, there's no running or jumping, so this is low impact but effective. It's hamstring focused, so that's obviously to prevent hamstring injuries, which is the most common injury in football in general, and especially walking football as well. And it's got this warm up has football specific movements. All right, so it transitions smoothly into training and playing. All right, so these movements that you do in the warm up, they're football based that you will be doing during an actual game as well. Now, and the last point is it's also got a social element to it. So if you're warming up, it's a great chance. This is with any sport, with any football in general, you can't beat the first 15 minutes of a training session or before a game. Okay, everyone can have a talk, have a catch up, have a laugh, take the mickey out of everyone. So during this warm up, I usually like to do it in pairs if you can, and I've also got a rondo at the end, and that's also a great way for a great little social interaction. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is a step by step warm up. Now, the first bit, okay, so part one, gentle walking and shoulder rolls for 1 minute. Okay, so pretty simple. Now, warm up should take 10 to 15 minutes, so I've broken this down into general times, but if it goes, 30 seconds longer, a minute longer, or shorter on each one, it's not the end of the world, but it just gives you an idea of how long you should be spending. Okay, so part one, gentle walking and shoulder rolls. All right, so you can either all do it in a circle, so you walk towards a center point, so you all kind of meet in the middle, or if you've got more space, you can just line up all in one big line, shoulder to shoulder, with an arm's length apart, and then you're going across the pitch. So whatever works for you, whatever the space is. Okay, now part two of the warm up is leg swings. So front to back leg swings. Now you can either do this by, actually, I'll just go through them and then I'll break it down a bit, how to specifically do each one. Okay, so part two is leg swings. Part three is a straight legged walk. So what I call a Frankenstein walk. And then part four, hamstring scoop stretch, bending down. Part five, walking lunges, and that activates your hamstrings. Six is heel flicks. Seven is slow high knees. Number eight is side steps with arm swings. And the last one is using the ball in a short passing rondo drill. Okay, so let's jump into it. All right, so shoulder rolls while walking, pretty self-explanatory there. Getting the blood flowing, okay, getting the legs moving a little bit, getting the upper body going. So you're just rolling your shoulders forwards and back as you're walking to a certain point, and then walk backwards as well. All right, leg swings front to back. Now you can either do this by holding onto a teammate or holding onto a post, something like that, or that's how it's most effective. You can do it by yourself, but yeah, if you can hang on to arm on each other's shoulder, and then you swing a leg, excuse me, turn around, put your arms on the other shoulder, and then you're swinging the other legs back and forth. All right, just really gently to start with, and then it can get slightly higher as you go. Okay, so this warms up your hamstrings, warms up your hip flexors, and it warms up your glutes. All right, so that's a pretty important one, that leg swings, and as you'll notice, that's kind of a football movement as well. All right, I'm just going to have a sip. Hang on. Excuse me. Okay. Now, straight-legged walk, also called the Frankenstein walk, if you can picture Frankenstein. Now, you're walking forward, but you're keeping your legs straight. All right, so it's kind of weird the first couple of times you do it. So you lift your leg up, get as close as touching your opposite hand. Okay, so if you're raising your left leg straight, reach out with your right hand. I don't expect you to be able to touch your toes, okay? But it just stretches that hamstring as you reach out. Go very slowly with this, okay? It's not a speed drill. Just yeah, do as much as you can. Now this stretches the hamstring dynamically, okay? So it just means while you're moving, I think so. Now, excuse me, apologies, I've got a bit of a cold, bit of a sore throat at the moment, but I shall live. Now, number 4 is hamstring scoop stretch. Right, now if you can picture that, excuse me, you're walking and you're scooping. Someone once said you're picking up daisies on the ground, okay? So if your left leg is the furthest one out, that's straight, your back leg's a bit bent, and then you're bending over and you're scooping with both hands, all right? And then you're up straight, and then you're stretching out with your right leg as you... So the next step is your right leg goes forward, your left leg's bent, and you're bending down and stretching and scooping again. Okay, and you push your hips back as you do it, scoop towards the front foot, and you rise back up. All right, now keep that back leg slightly bent, and take a step or two in between doing each one of these, just so you rebalance. So you might do the left leg first. As you rise up, take a step or two, balance yourself, then do the right leg. Okay, so this stretches your hamstrings and it also stretches your calves. So that's a good one. So far we've got... Oh, excuse me. All right. Apologies, yeah, my throat's going, but I will soldier through this one. All right, so yeah, so we've just got the gentle walking to start with, leg swings, boom, 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 front to back, Frankenstein walk, and now we've got the hamstring stretches. Now the next one is walking lunges, okay, and this activates the hamstrings. Now, if you can picture, just once again, slowly, as you go forward, left leg, bend down so that you're almost kneeling. So you'll be kneeling with your right knee and your left leg is in front of you. So just go as far down as is comfortable. Then you rise back up, walk out with your right leg, and then you lunge down, nice and controlled. This activates the hamstrings and glutes. All right. Yeah. So don't go too deep with that. All right. Like, you don't have to go all the way. Whatever's comfortable, and make sure to straighten that front leg slightly before pushing up into the next step. All right. I'm going to hold it there, and I will have a drink break, and then I'll finish this warm up. Okay, thanks guys. Hold fire.